You're listening to Laura Gallup on Boogaloo Radio, and I'm joined now by my second guests, who are sitting in the studio. They're quite packed together because I've made them sit on quite a small little sofa.
Cozy.
Speak into the mic, so sit closer to the microphone, boys.
All right. Hello.
So say hello, one by one.
Hello, my name is Lucian Mulcahy. I am the lead singer and guitarist of Auxilium.
Hello, I am Mario Christophe. I'm like the rhythm guitarist.
The rhythm guitarist.
Oh, yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy.
We do alternate a bit though.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Owen Rees-Hattersley. I am the drummer. I think.
Sound very unsure.
I'm Sam, and I'm the bass guitarist.
Yeah.
I'm Callum Chara, and I am the roadie.
Roddy, actually I can hear you the loudest, Roddy. So
Yeah, I know,
it's all going well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear
so
me
you're,
loudest.
You're in a band, a punk band,
Yeah.
called Auxilium.
Yeah.
How did this come about?
Well, long story. I'll keep it short and brief. But in year 7, when I was about 11 or 12 years old, I got my first guitar, and I had my dad's bass from when he was in Australia about 30 years ago, and he used to be in a few bands, and he got it out of the cupboard and had a little twang on it, and I was like, oh, this is all right. And I didn't have an amplifier, so I would put it against the bed, and then that would amplify it and make it a bit louder.
Like when you put it in put your phone in a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I would play like that with really, really badly, and then eventually at Christmas I got a really cheap guitar and a decent amp. And, I first learned playing Nirvana songs because they were really like simple power chords and stuff like that. And then I was like, you know what? I want a mic because I want to do like little YouTube videos. And then with that mic, I did my own recordings and decided to call it Auxilium.
Yeah, why the name? What's Auxilium?
Auxilium means relief in Latin, and I was trying to be edgy because I was in year 7.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really have much deep meaning. I just thought, oh, that sounds cool.
Okay, and how did you meet these guys?
Well, I go to school with Samuel.
Yeah, we've been at school for
4 years together, but I've only known him properly for about 2-3 years.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still.
but we're good. We're brilliant friends now. And he was having a bit of go on the bass, and in year 9 we had to do this group project in music, and so we got together and we did Feel Good Imp by the Gorillaz.
Nice.
So we weren't really a punk band by then, but my guitar was very distorted, very loud, and I did a very very big solo. And we also did Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan, which is a nice blues track. And me and Sam have a lot of common ground in rock and roll and blues.
Oh, yeah, and sort of just general music taste as well. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not all punk in terms of your influences.
Well,
and...
I'd say I listen to jazz more than any kind of music.
Each one of us have like a different approach to music, so it all kind of comes together and just.
Oh, I want to hear more about that. Why? Okay, who has what influence? Or...
Right, so my guitar playing is influenced by rock and roll, blues, and also punk.
A lot of Hendrix.
And a lot of Hendrix as well.
Nice.
And then...
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm born and bred, like, metalhead. I just listen, I listen to a
Okay.
lot
But
of metal, like,
your Greek side...
But my Greek side, yeah, I listen to a lot of Greek music as well, and that kind of Eastern flavours. And
I love that.
He plays the bouzouki, and I went to see him at the Greek Wine Festival.
yeah.
Where was the Greek Wine Festival?
Cyprus Greek Wine Festival. Lee Valley, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Lee Valley Leisure
Yeah.
Centre.
Oh,
I did
sick.
But yeah, kind of all areas of the world.
What's the bouzouki?
It's like a Greek version of the guitar. Like it's just
Okay.
really, yeah, it's cool.
And what about you guys?
I'd say I'm pretty punk through and through, really. That's my main influence, really. It's sort of the music that I really, just love.
I mean, like, I was raised on sort of jazz from my dad and classical from my mum, and then everything from both. So I've got no particular sort of allegiance anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also really enjoying how I can hear kind of all your leathers. As we're having this interview, I can hear your creaking.
Sam ain't got no leathers. Or Mario.
It's me, really.
Maybe it's the same.
It's mostly...
Yeah.
This isn't in his jacket, it's his mates.
Not even the
I
jacket,
love
mate.
the jacket. All right, shall we play a song? I've got you guys to bring in some songs.
Right.
What song do you want to play?
Should we do...
Pistols.
Yeah, Pistols.
All right. Why did you guys choose this song?
Well, it's a good
Punk
starter,
classic,
really.
just-
And it's a
yeah.
punk classic.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
Pistols was the first punk band I really knew. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Can't
right.
go wrong with a bit of Pistols.
So it's pretty vacant. This is Sex Pistols on Boogaloo Radio. Sex Pistols there on Boogaloo Radio. You're listening to Laura Gallup on Neighbourhood Watch, and I'm joined by a little punk band. No,
Not little.
not little. A very grown-up punk band called Auxilium.
Little but loud.
Little but loud.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good slogan.
Talking a little bit loud, but you had your first gig
Right.
So I should say as well, you're all North London, born and bred, and you have. Can I say how old you are?
15.
You're 15, and you're in a punk band, and you've just had your first gig.
Right.
How the hell does that feel?
It feels very good. We got paid as well.
Well,
We had to
Well,
fight
well.
a little.
We had to fight a little at the end because the venue kind of refused to. Well, they were like, "Oh, we didn't like make a lot of money," and they were like, "But you literally told us you." And you know, there was a kerfuffle, but it's fine.
Okay.
We're all cool with them now. You know.
Do you think where was this? Do we say where this was?
The Nambuka
Okay.
in Holloway Road,
Okay.
which is fairly local to us.
It was a good venue as well.
Yeah.
Good.
It is. It's a big venue, isn't it?
Surprising, yeah.
For a first
we
gig,
didn't
like-
fill it.
no.
That's fine. And how did you get it? How do you go about
Well,
getting gigs now?
I
Desperation. Yeah. Just begging.
Facebook messaging,
begging.
emailing. You know, I had to install Facebook just to get gigs.
Yeah, no, Lucy's one with the connections. So.
Yeah.
Facebook is pretty good for like connecting with people. You don't really appreciate
Yeah.
how quick it is. Like people get back to you straight away.
Yeah, but I had this thing called Live and Loud, and it was this thing, and it's been advertised on the Instagram for ages and ages
What is
and ages.
Live and Loud? Sorry.
It's like it says, oh yeah, get gigs, get paid, get noticed. So that's the slogan or something.
Oh.
And it's like I was like, all right then. I
What is
wanna
it? An
get
app
gigs.
or?
It's a website.
Okay.
So I signed up for it, and it says, and then I said what genre we play and whatever, and it said recommended venue Nambuka, as well as like loads of others. So I contacted them, and they were the one that replied.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then we were gonna have a gig on the 17th. One, we were underprepared, and two, and then 24th I was away. So 31st we settled on that, and
Okay.
they said they sent us some tickets to sell to our friends and everything. And
We sold
you know,
all but one, didn't we?
All but two.
All but two.
All but
Yeah.
two.
There we go.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, not bad.
yeah, they sent us 29, odd number. But,
Okay. Yeah, that is a strange number.
yeah.
And how was the performing? Was it scary?
Well, me and Sam at least have performed at our school before. I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
Yeah, no, it's weird. The one thing that sort of stressed me out about the performing is whenever I hear my voice through a microphone, it always sounds completely different.
Sounds
to when-
bizarre,
Yeah.
doesn't it? How does it
Like,
sound
right
now?
now.
So,
Right
well,
now,
it sounds
it's
pretty
weird.
weird now, but when I was on stage, it sounded like
Weird.
really high pitched. It
Yeah.
was
And so
weird.
what
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
do?
it did.
Was,
I think-
but-
Do you do
He
the
just did backing
vocals as well?
vocals. Yeah.
I did a few backing vocals.
Backing,
and-
shouting.
Yeah.
I think it was
Okay.
probably the most nerve-wracking for me because I've been in the band for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And one of those weeks I was away camping, so
As you do.
He,
Boys
it was
got a camp.
brilliant though. Like he came to the gig as where we met, and then a few days later we were like, "Hey, yeah, you know, come join us because we're thinking of getting rid of our other drummer." And it was a mutual getting rid of because
Yeah.
he was like, "This is quite stressful for me," and he wasn't really into it, whatever. But it was nice, and you know,
yeah.
so then he was like, "Okay," I sent him the songs. And then 2 days later, we have a rehearsal, and he's got like 5 of them pretty much fully learned.
Oh,
It's
committed.
reliable.
Exactly. I was
Very
like,
good.
okay, he's the keeper.
And okay, how is it at school? Do you like are all your friends in bands? Is this like the done thing or?
In my school, I think we're the only band in the year.
Probably. I mean, there's
Yeah.
probably like a small one that we don't.
Small sort of ensemble.
Like-
Chicken
yeah.
City.
That's not our school. That's
Oh, they're
just
not?
local.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, like, for me, I've less my school that I know musicians. I just kind of went to different gigs and different kind of music gigs, and I met just loads of people there that are in like. Right now, this is a band, but I know loads of other musicians that I play with as well, and just generally like just meeting different people at different places. You just get loads of connections, and you just
I mean, he said about through the tickets that I'll gig through just other bands.
yeah, just through my
Yeah,
other
half your
bands.
half-
Yeah, he has
showed up,
another
it's
death
brilliant.
metal band.
Oh,
Yeah.
blimey!
I don't think we'll play that today, but
And talk to me about punk. Like, what does punk mean to you guys? What does punk mean?
Roddy, what does it mean to you?
I think, speaking for us all, punk has been misinterpreted as this sort of excuse for people to just be violent. But really, it's more of an expression. It's a way to just raise your middle finger to society, if you will.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
same with like a lot of extreme music. Like it's more like. You know, it gets a bad rap because there are bad people in these kind of scenes, but that
Because
goes
honestly,
for
that
everyone,
kind of
really.
music does get people going, like violent people. It could
Yeah.
get
But
them
it's
going.
not a malicious sort of violence. It's more of just a release sort of like when a boxer punches a book
Like
that
cathartic.
bad. Like yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's why I started drums, because I was getting stressed at school, and I you know, get really stressy, and then you can come home. Although I only got a drum kit about a year ago, I could come home and I could just beat the living hell out of these things, and then I'd be fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Shall we play one of your songs?
All right.
What song did you want to play? I've got them on USB.
Kilroy or corporate buildings?
Corporate Buildings.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to introduce it?
Well, Corporate Buildings, that's kind of one of the first songs we wrote. It was a really slow riff that Sam wrote, and it was really happy and cheesy. And I was like, no, we need to make this aggressive. So, yeah, you'll hear some of that jangliness in the song, but yeah,
All right.
enjoy.
Bear with.
Don't be frightened.
It's coming. Oh, should be playing.
We recorded this today.
Hello, Corporate Buildings on Boogaloo Radio. What did you think, guys?
Wow, our first aired song.
How was that?
That was alright. You know, I hadn't actually heard the final mix because we just did it.
Neither have I either.
Yeah, we've done like about 10 different demo versions of it. Yeah, so it's kind of well rehearsed by now.
Don't play the first one.
It's so bad.
And I think I might know, but what's it about? Why did you write this song? Who wrote this song?
Well, you know what? I wrote most of the lyrics, but with contributions. But it's mostly because when I was walking around with my mum a few years ago, I was looking for a record player because my dad had all these records and we wanted to play them, and their turntable broke. So we were walking around and she said, "Oh yeah, no, the street used to have loads of vinyl shops, loads of record shops. I haven't been in about 15 years though." I said, "Okay." Went there, Pret, McDonald's,
Yeah.
Pret, McDonald's, Costa,
Lots of
KFC.
corporate buildings,
So,
basically, yeah.
And then, big office buildings and business buildings here and there and everything like that.
It started
And
off
corporate buildings was just a way to sum up.
It started off as concrete buildings.
It started off as concrete buildings because, there's loads of big blocks everywhere,
And then there was sort of.
And I realised a lot of them were actually glass buildings. So,
And how do you guys write? Do the words come first? Does the riff come? Are you kind of like jamming?
Normally, like the music comes first. I mean, any of us at any time could be like, "Yo, guys, I wrote this cool thing," or
yeah.
"I've got this idea," and then we'll try and all piece it together with each other's influence.
Yeah.
Then normally
yeah.
lyrics come
Sometimes
after.
it'll be one person's written a chorus, one person's written a verse.
And we merge them together because they sound good.
I think we usually write our own parts. Though.
Yeah, there's another song, Anarchy and Asthma, that we've got there, and that was written. That started off completely different from how it is now.
Yeah.
But Mario was saying, we just do a lot of like basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 stuff. We want to change it up, so we have different tempo changes, time signature changes.
Ooh, so that is
So-
quite punky. Like
Kind
by
of.
doing that kind
Yeah.
of mixing up thing. All right, should we
Yeah.
hear that one?
Yeah, sure.
Is it on the
Yeah.
USB?
Yep.
Let's have a look. What's it called again?
Anarchy and
and
Asthma. It's basically because we went to the community festival a few weeks ago in Finsbury Park with Slaves, the Wombats, stuff like that. It was me and Sam went, and I was holding a little bag, and I had my like EpiPen and inhaler. And I was like, oh, I hate hauling this bag around. He's like, why? He's like, oh, I've got allergies and asthma. He said, what? Anarchy and Asthma. We're like, oh, what a great song
Most of our
name.
song names come from
Jokes.
Stupidity.
I love
stupidity or
that.
misinterpreted words. Like,
Yeah, and then I went on holiday, and we had this riff, and I was like, all right, we got to come up with something
Yeah.
for the gig, because we've got a really short set list.
Yeah.
And then I was like, call this Anarchy and Asthma. I think Mario said no.
Yeah, it was I didn't get it because it was their joke. So
Yeah.
but you know,
The entire song is just irony.
it was composed halfway between two different countries.
Yeah.
So what is it about? Is it about anarchy and asthma, or what's
No,
it
it's
actually
just about irony. It's just a
Okay.
joke song, which is good for punk. And another thing about punk is, don't take everything so seriously.
Nice.
Have a sense of humour,
Definitely.
Okay.
For
And
buildings,
you know
man.
what? People listening to this might not find it funny, and to be honest, it's not hilarious. It's just.
Well, you can't hear the lyrics that well anyway.
Yeah.
It's good for us.
Quite a loud one. Am I right? Is it a loud one?
Fairly.
All right.
Let's
well,
play it.
I'll have a listen.
Anarchy and asthma. Smoking when you're younger. On amphetamines with the burn heart. Taking off your clothes when it's cold out. Irony! 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 What the fuck is going on? 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 Anarchy and asthma! 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 Anarchy and asthma!
How was that?
That was alright.
Short and sweet.
I forgot there was swearing in it. You'd have to take that out in post.
Is that screaming? Is that what we'd call screaming? What is it?
Well, you know what? If I sing normally,
Harsh.
if I sing normally, no one can hear me. I haven't got the loudest voice, so I tend to shout everything, including when I call my friends over. I don't go Sam, I go Sam. After the gig, for the next day, my throat hurt, so I got to get some sort of singing
It's
lesson.
all for the effect, really.
Yeah. But no,
I don't think it's. I mean, I do singing as well.
He sings in a band called Metaphor.
Yeah,
his
that's
band.
my other band.
what do they do?
A bit more indie?
It's punk, but it's got a much more melodic sort of flow to it. Because I listen to a lot of punk, but a lot of punk, like a lot of influenced by
different
sort
types.
of,
I'd say we're a
yeah.
bit more hardcore punk. He's a bit more indie punk.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, not indie punk.
But-
Whatever. I don't like labels.
I get singing lessons at school because it's free, and
Lucky.
Ours is paid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's sweet.
yeah,
I love
no,
that.
they give it to us with the GCSE, so that's nice.
Ah.
So and it's all about like breath control and stuff. So I think as long as
It
I don't
all
think
comes from the diaphragm.
If you can scream,
Diaphragm,
if you
yeah,
can
What's
scream, if you can scream properly, like there have been screamers from bands who've been doing it all their life, and then they've gone for medical checkups, and the doctors have just said, I wouldn't have thought you were even a singer looking at your vocal cords. Like
Oh, what? Because they're what? They're
they're really good.
It's control.
They're-
Once you have control of what you're doing, then you
Yeah.
can avoid harm.
yeah.
okay. Oh, well, I'm interested to know, like, yeah, what?
told me this before I recorded.
We're not scientists, so there's no like.
Who knows? All right. And how? So you talked about the name for that one. That was Anarchy and Asthma.
Yeah.
what would you call your first album? Have you got a name? Have you got the dream
Well,
album?
I was going to call it Still in School, and Mario was like, nah, that sounds really cheesy. And I kind of agreed with him. Although Sam went, oh, yeah. But I mean, Sam says, oh, yeah, to most things. So, should we do this song? Yeah. Should we not do the song? Yeah.
Stop bullying the bassist.
Hey,
We haven't
bassist
really
is
got-
the cool one, guys.
We haven't really got like loads of names. We haven't really got loads of names for. I mean, we just kind
We're
of.
going to call it Corporate Buildings.
Yeah, just self-titled, like not
Okay.
self-titled, sorry, like track titled.
Yeah.
And what do we think the dream is? You know, if you get a record deal tomorrow, is that selling out? Is that like? Do you know what I mean? Do you,
No, I think that's just being commercial, which I don't see. I hate it when commercial is an insult because it just means you've done well, which means people like what you're doing.
Yeah,
And people who say, "Oh, you've sold out," it's like, no, you
you're
just
buying it.
Eventually, if you're
Yeah.
good enough, you're gonna sell out because people like you.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
the way music
But
business works.
personally, I don't know about you guys, and you can talk about that in a bit. But I don't want to be signed to a record deal because they just rip you off,
Yeah.
take all your money.
There are a lot
And
of
I'm not doing it.
fakes in the music
think-
business, and it's kind of
Well,
risky.
it's
think
easy
with
to
the whole-
manipulate.
Yeah.
With the whole selling out thing, I think it's more to do with, you know, even if you are like a major label band, if you hold your same views and if you're still singing about the same things and you're still true to your audience, I think, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, what is it? I think Rage Against the Machine or something, they're major, but they're still singing very
Well,
left.
they're not together anymore.
Well, when they were, they still were singing very left-wing songs, even though they were, you know, pretty minted.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Billy Bragg.
You know, because they all came from those backgrounds, and that doesn't
Yeah,
change. You know,
exactly.
the way
I
you were
mean,
brought up doesn't
you know,
change.
I sympathise. You know, like they didn't really choose to be rich. They just
Yeah,
got lucky.
like you.
They
You
just,
don't choose to be rich.
I'm not.
But you are.
I'm not
Nice.
rich.
Selling out is more allowing yourself to care more about the money than the music. I think.
Love it.
Yeah, that's
What a
true.
great quote. Well,
song.
yes. Shall
Straight
we
from the
That was a
play?
pat on the back.
What other songs have you bought by other artists that kind of influence you or you want to talk about?
Well,
Toxicity is a song by System of a Down, and they're a band that both I think back when me and Mario were in primary school in year 6. I was the first.
up.
I was the first. I was the first person in the entire school to ever get into any form of extreme music, and Toxicity is one of the first rock songs of any description I ever listened to. So it's a huge influence.
Sounds pretty good as well.
And Mario also loves System of a Down,
Yeah.
and they've been a big influence for the both of us, really. I think.
And
It's
the
kinda-
roadie.
it's for
Yeah.
Mario. It's kind of the bridge between punk and metal. I think
Yeah.
System of a Down. They
Okay.
have influences from both sides, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
does he.
for me, like obviously, I started off in metal anyway. When I started playing all my instruments, like I started playing metal, but then
Even on the bouzouki.
yeah, even on the, but when it came to like being in Auxilium and stuff, it was kind of like, okay, this is a different environment to me, but I can still. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you look at something from a different view, you can take different influences, and like obviously, a lot of our songs they are pretty. I mean, they're pretty hardcore
Yeah.
for like punk and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So I've still got that sort of heavy influence from.
Yeah. Although
bands
me and
like
Mario
System
can
and
talk
stuff.
later about how we met in a different environment.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's
hello.
what I.
And quickly, before I forget it, forgive my ignorance, but what is the difference then between punk and metal?
Punk is.
I think
they
it's slightly
kinda
merging nowadays.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of merging now, but they stemmed from different sort of background. I mean, the same sort of principle. Punk's more like
Punk
like
is
we said, middle finger to society.
is
So is metal.
fast and angry. I think the major difference is that punk is more about.
I think punk's more
punk's more-
sympathetic and metal's more angry
I
at
would say-
everyone.
Music is music.
punk's punk's about wrecking everything and sort of bringing down the
I
system.
don't know. It's just
And I
the
think
sound of the music's a
metal's-
bit different. as
Metal's
well.
more of an escape. I feel.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
metal's,
Okay.
yeah, metal's
That's-
more.
That's a good way to put it.
What, because the music takes you somewhere else? Or?
Yeah.
I mean,
whereas
it's so
punk-
far from
Yeah,
other
punk
types of
focuses
music.
on here and now and bringing everything down around you, but metal's more to do with forgetting everything else around you and escaping.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, should we listen to Toxicity then?
Yeah, sure.
boy.
It sounds like pirate metal.
Yeah, you're on there.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, we are back.
How's that, guys?
Brutal.
That's
alright,
the most-
yeah.
I think that's probably the most used word in his vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brutal.
Brutal.
Brutal. Death metal, man. Brutal.
Brutal.
pretty brutal, man.
And one of you was talking about how this was the first band that what?
What was that?
Well, you see, in my younger days, I'm the roadie by the way. In my younger days, I was I'd call myself a bit of a chav. I liked Taylor Swift. I went to a Taylor Swift concert in year 7.
Oh no.
But then I met Owen, the drummer, and he introduced me to that song that was just played, and instantly I fell in love with the genre. And from there, my music taste just spiraled into everything in the rock genre and continued to grow. And I was having a conversation with Mario earlier, and he was playing all his music, and it went from reggae to Greek music to metal, and then there was a bit of house in there.
Yeah, man.
Garage,
bit
sorry.
of garage, man.
And
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
That's her sister, isn't it?
And I
Yeah.
learned from that music is music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're playing it and you genuinely enjoy what you love, go for it.
So do you still like Taylor Swift?
I do not.
Ah,
Yeah, but for me, I didn't know, I didn't really feel music was music, because in year 4 to 6, I kind of felt like I got good at the violin. I had like a natural knack for it, and then like my parents were like, "Oh, you can play violin," and I was like, I kind of liked it for a bit, and I got into Mozart and stuff like that, and then I kind of just faded away from it within a year. But I was good at it, so I was continuing, and I didn't really feel much of a connection to it. And I was listening to Capital FM because my friends told me to listen to Capital because otherwise I'm not cool. And whatever.
Aw.
And then, so I listened.
guys.
Poor Lucian.
Year 7 me was just constantly trying to fit in. I cut my hair
right.
really short.
But isn't that
and
all
everything
in year
like that,
7?
yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
all up until, isn't that all now? All
Well,
of
I
us
was-
now?
I think your whole life you're always kind of.
I was 90%
Opinion.
silent in year 7. So.
Ah.
Still
I
are.
remember in English class.
Hey, he's
Sam.
the bassist. He's
Yeah.
meant to be like cool and mysterious.
No, yeah, no,
I've kind of got to kick you out now. We've kind of finished.
really.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Oh, no.
How was it? How was the
That
radio
was
interview?
brilliant. For first time, that was
Yeah.
great.
It was terrible. No.
I think you guys have been gorgeous.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you.
haven't got a gig next. We haven't got one set up yet.
Looking.
Not
we're
set up,
looking
but we're
around.
looking.
Desperation again.
Yeah,
that's it.
follow-
Desperation's the way.
It's
You
the
know.
way forward.
Yeah, we're all broke.
Have a look out.
And he's homeless.
Have a look out at T Chances. We might be playing there soon.
Where's
Yeah, we
that?
might,
Say that
uh,
again.
T
T
Chances in
Chances.
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Great venue.
Either T Chances or the Unicorn in Camden.
Yeah,
Mm.
some
Okay,
point.
keeping it local. I like it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how do we find you?
Instagram,
At auxilium.ig.
auxilium.ig,
YouTube
YouTube,
as well, yeah.
Auxilium. It's the logo with the little heart monitor and then the letters.
Who did your logo?
Me.
Him.
Nice.
It's really
Good
not
job,
creative.
All right. Should we play your last song?
Yep.
Sure.
Slaves, right?
Yep.
So tell me about this song.
Well, I got Sam into Slaves.
Yeah,
I always liked Slaves, and I saw them
said-
in Jules Holland.
I said earlier, sort of Sex Pistols was the first punk band I knew, but Slaves was the first one I got into, properly listened to their music. And Lucy got me the second album from my birthday.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. This is Despair and Traffic. Slaves, Auxilium. You've been gorgeous.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Say
Thank you.
bye.
Having us.
Goodbye.
later.
Farewell.
Bye.
It's all about the